Hey everybody, this is Headhunter D again with another Transformers toy review with Transformers Universe Classics. Grimlock. Grimlock no bozo, he king. Yeah, I really like this figure. He's really badass. Like, I got him like really low, so he's like running like, after some Decepticon bad guys. He's got the reveal the shield thing, which is kind of cool. You rub it, of course, and it reveals that he is an Autobot. Yeah, this figure's cool. I picked him up at a thrift store for like $4, so I'm really happy about that. He even had his box. He was completely sealed and everything, and he was in great condition. So, as I opened it, took all the little metal and plastic wire ties off of him and everything, and he still smells like a new figure. Sweet. Anyways, pretty basic. He's got a lot of different articulation. He's got articulation in his feet here, and it moves on where his little wrist is. He's got articulation here on his arms. He has got 1, 2, 3, 4 points of articulation in his tail, which is really cool. So you kind of can do anything you want to with his tail. You can round it. You can bend it. You can slice and dice and judo fries and whatever. Anyways, he's pretty cool. Oh, he's got little articulation in his mouth too, which doubles as his feet, which is kind of cool. The thing about this figure that I don't like is that it does, yes, pay homage to the old Grimlock, but he does not transform the same way. Grimlock's tail, let me get this correct. Grimlock's feet became Grimlock's hands in robot mode. Grimlock's tail became his feet in robot mode, and his mouth, or his whatever, muzzle, whatever you want to call it, his face, his head became just, like, went back, and that was it. That was the only thing. And this one's different. And he also got 2 weapons. He's got the gun, he's got the sword whip thingy here, which if y'all don't know anything about Classics Grimlock, he's got this extra piece back here. So, best way to tell you is just to describe to you in transformation how this guy actually works. First, you want to take this guy's gun off. It comes right off this peg here, which is that hole there, and the peg is right here. As you can see, it does have a missile. It does fire. It's pretty powerful. I don't want to lose it because, yeah, I just got this guy. He's pretty cool. He's got like this squall gun sword, which is pretty awesome. Don't know much about that. Anyways, put that to the side. Let's straighten his legs out real quick, like so. In order to take his tail off, you basically just want to pull this little nub here up and slide it off his little head area. There is slide tabs here and here, and there's tabs that are here, and literally they just slide in, and that holds his tail on. So take them off, put that to the side, and the rest, as they say, is history. So first thing what you want to do is you basically want to untap his body, which is a little round tab there, there's a little hook there, away from his body. Then you want to basically pull to extend his legs. And if you want to now, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can just separate his legs and get them done and kind of out of the way, and then worry about everything else. Now this is kind of the tricky part. You want to bring this piece, which is his body, turn it around, and then turn his, let's see, sorry, you got to turn his head piece around, and then turn his whole body assembly like this around. And this thing whole swivels around basically almost 270. It's not completely 360, but 270. Bring it around. You want this metal, which, of course, as you just saw, it was right here, the red piece. You want to bring it around until the red piece is now in the opposite direction, like so. Then there's a peg that is here. Oh, hold on. There we go. There is a peg that's here, as you can see a little bit right there. And then there's a little slot right here. You bring this around, and you peg it in place, and that is arm number 1. There's a peg right here, and of course you fold out, there's a peg slot right there. You bring it around, you peg it in place. That is his arms, nothing to it. For his head, you want to slide these pieces down, bring this piece back, And that is about it. Now, he does got some pretty cool light piping. Let me just show you. As you can see, he's got some pretty nice light piping going on there with his eyes. You can pretty much see through it there. That is about it. I really kind of wanted, for some reason, I don't know why, I kind of wanted his little circle here to have light piping too, but it doesn't, of course, because if it did, it'd be a Voyager class figure, and it'd be like 20 bucks instead of being 12. So, whatever. Anyways, to do his feet, you want to bring the first part up of the mouth, up forward, like so on both sides. Bring the bottom jaw down. And he's got kind of like elevated high heels because Grimlock is a woman. Just kidding, Grimlock is king. The only thing about this figure I don't like is that his screw holes do show when he's in robot mode. That is kind of whack. I really don't like that. Granted, he was $4, but I really wish that this side would have been like that. I don't ever know. Maybe I have the defective version that I had a lazy guy at the factory who put the arms on backwards. I have no idea. I really hope not because, well, I mean, I kind of hope so. That means I have a one-of-a-kind figure. But it's kind of a pain in the ass. It looks really tacky as hell. Maybe I could paint them black and they could be like gun holes or something. I don't know. One thing I forgot to mention, this little peg thing that holds his gun up, you basically just pull this back and fold it up like that. It doesn't really peg in, it just kind of folds up. And then you pull his little black thing back and it kind of holds it in place. And that's about it. So, there's that. And he's kind of standing and doing his own thing and doing whatever. He's kind of hard to stand on this table because it's really slick and he doesn't have really a lot of grip on those teeth. But basically what you want to do is you want to take his little legs here and fold them up. See the little crevice right there? You want to fold them up like this and just kind of bring everything back like that. And then the same thing goes for this side. You want to bring it back and just kind of fold everything up. And that is his arms. Now here's Grimlock in robot mode. You want to put his gun in one hand. Actually, you know what? We'll put it in this hand because I want to try and show you something about his whip sword thing. Now you can do two things with his sword. Now, that's kind of cool with it. You can take his sword and you can kind of fold this thing up inside like that and put it in his hand like so and have it where it's like a whip where he just kind of, like a club, kind of beats Decepticons with it like so. Or you can have it like this where you bring it flat, bring it around and have it in like this, and it's more or less like a sword where he has it straight out. It doesn't stay in his hand well. As you can see, there's like a little, there's that little piece of his backbone when he's in alt mode. It kind of deflects with his hand, so it only stays in slightly. It kind of comes right out. If I were to swing him, it would just come right out. But it kind of limits it to literally one really good style, which kind of sucks just a little bit. So you gotta bring it all the way down and kind of in, and that's about it. That is Grimlock in regular mode. Now this, I never got this. It doesn't really explain it from what I could see in the instructions, but basically there's this back panel here that kind of folds up, and then you have these two panels here that kind of just do nothing. You can fold them up and have them like this, and which I don't understand what does, or like I do, just keep them folded down like this. Yeah, that's about it. For articulation wise, his tail never changes. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 points articulation, plus articulation right here in the whip piece. He's got articulation here in his arm. It does twist all around 360. He's got the side motion for his arm here. He's got the motion like this. If you want to kind of bring it around where he's got to kind of get around, you can unpeg it and kind of keep it in front of him like so. His head does have 360 motion. It goes, well, sort of, kind of. There's a block. You can push through it if you need to. I don't recommend it because it will kind of round out his bottom part of his chin. But he does have 360 motion. It just takes a little effort. For his legs, he's got knee function here. As you can see on the inside of his little armor plating. He's got motion inside of his leg, up and down and around the ball joint. And he's got motion here and motion here in his heel spur, which kind of makes for a pretty interesting semi-posable figure. Like I said, Grimlock no bozo. Grimlock is king. So let me get you hold on. Let me get you a better picture of Grimlock if I can get him to stand up on this slick-ass table. There's Grimlock. Get him in a cool pose. Get him in the machete pose. So that is Grimlock. Actually, that is... Sorry, politically correct. This is Transformers Universe Classics Grimlock. Anyways, he's pretty cool. I really like him. In my opinion, being in the box, he was worth the $4 that I paid for him. Give you a little turn motion, bring his arm up slightly. That is Grimlock. How cool is this guy? And he doesn't like to stand. Of course, I could put this guy on like a rug or a carpet, and this guy will stand up in a freaking drop of a hat. Anyways, pretty cool figure. Comment below, let me know what you think. I am still new at this, so yeah. Anyways, this is Headhunter D. Good night.